Okay, much better. New Worlds is not my thing. Not anymore. Oh, got over. There's free food in here still, though. Makes me wonder.
Heads up, responders. The food processing
Oh,
machines at Mama Dolce's have finally
never
cooled
mind
down
then.
enough to work again. I've set them up to make cans of stew using the ingredient containers spread around the factory. Well, the machines make a hell of a racket, so you'll probably get some unwanted guests.
Yeah, dog food. Mm. Easiest event ever. Right. Pork and beans. So let's go see. Do this one first.
Hello, Russell Dorsey, Brotherhood Initiate. Welcome to Fort Atlas. Looking to sign up? Or just curious? Well, either way, I guess it's not me you want to talk to. Most of the fort's off limits to civilians, but if you're interested, Knight Shin's in charge of the new recruits. He's very serious about protocol and security, so you'll have to speak to him first if you want to get anywhere.
Word is, the Brotherhood needs new soldiers.
Oh, that works. What's in here? Nothing.
real duties to attend to. The outer perimeter is still unsecured, the provisions aren't properly stowed, and we're awash in hopefuls. I have no time to be babysitting civilians.
Your duties are what I say they are, Knight. Your objections are noted, but this is a direct order from your commanding officer. Help us put on a good face for the local people. We've just moved into their backyard. They're nervous. Show them we mean no harm.
If you insist, Paladin. If there's nothing further, I'll have the completed report on your desk shortly.
I expect nothing less from you. As you were, Shin.
Paladin. I am not a receptionist, civilian. If you're here with a request for the Brotherhood, get in line.
We have to
I don't have time for you right now.
Well, yeah, your gun out. Calm down.
The old and forge it anew.
Need to have Valdez take another look at our armor.
Knight Daniel Shin, Brotherhood of Steel, 1st Expeditionary Force. We've got important work to do here, so get to the point. Did he? Initiate Dorsey is supposed to be manning his post at the entrance, not acting as my secretary.
Military-grade hardware, more common amongst the ones from California.
I already know all this, so...
Initiate Dorsey is too trusting, but I can't fault his commitment. Perhaps he sees something in you worth our interest. Are you another aspirant to our order? If you mean that, then you are right. But if that's sarcasm, I recommend you stow it immediately.
Keep fighting.
Normally, I'd stick you with the other hopefuls until we decide whether you're worthy. But if you're serious about joining us, you've got good timing. There's something you could do for me that would help the order and demonstrate your qualities as a candidate.
I get to go out and prove my worth.
Go do all your little side
We've had
missions.
a number of civilians show up here at Fort Atlas, asking for one thing or another from the Brotherhood. People are afraid, or want something, or looking to involve us in local squabbles. Civilian outreach is not my specialty. There's too much left to do to secure this facility. If you're really interested in helping, save my time. Interview the petitioners, find out what they want, and report back to me.
Yes, sir.
Do this right. Don't make me regret giving you the opportunity. Conduct yourself properly, and we can consider putting you forward as an initiate candidate.
Okay.
Some strange.
You better have something useful to say to me. Got to be getting back to the farm soon. Oh, can't even come to me himself? What, he needs to requisition some more armor polish? All right. Keep it cool, Sean.
I am a link in the chain that binds.
So,
That is what keeps this.
what's he
order
got to say to me?
I imagine the Brotherhood would object to a collection of blood samples from all its members.
I'm a scavenger mainly. Always been pretty good with a set of tools, so I do all right for myself, scrapping and fixing things. I trade what I find or fix with the folks at Foundation when I need something I can't get otherwise.
Throwing nukes left
Mostly,
and right.
I like to be
People
left
in
alone.
Appalachia think a bomb is a plaything.
The problem is that a couple of these Brotherhood clowns showed up and took a bunch of my stuff at gunpoint. Now, I'm a peaceful man. I really am. I sure wasn't equipped to deal with armed thugs requisitioning the little I've managed to put together for myself. Never understood the Raiders. I like the
Disorder is
quiet
to be
life.
expected in a
I
place
don't
that
need
lacks
much,
brotherhood
and I need trouble
oversight.
less. But after this,
This is
We'll make
I
Atlas
get it.
stronger than Forge
I came
Defiance
here
ever
to give the
was.
Brotherhood a chance to make things right. Else maybe I go to Crater and start doing things their way. At least they don't pretend to be the good guys.
no meat.
Hey,
Perfectly preserved pie with every dinner
thanks.
decline.
I just needed someone to listen and take me seriously.
Quest doesn't even have a name on it.
I hope you can convince them.
I try to.
Military-grade hardware, more common amongst the ones from California.
Hey.
Fort Atlas is in good hands. Nightshins trained us.
If I don't sleep tonight, I should be able
Speak
to get this list.
or go away. I do
Oh.
not tolerate eavesdroppers.
Ain't no kind of life wrapped up in metal.
Yes.
There we go.
Something I
So
can
I want
help
to
you with.
interact with them.
I am waiting to speak with a Brotherhood representative. I have no interest in small talk with strangers. The severe gentleman in the power armor, yes. Dr. Edgar Blackburn at your service. And what did Night Shin want to know? I had heard that the Brotherhood possessed advanced technology. As a doctor and a scientist, this was of great interest. My
sure
research
it
is always
is.
in need of equipment and materials rather difficult to obtain by scavenging and bartering. I came to see if an arrangement could be made, but from what I can see of their operations, they are as yet still in too much disarray. Given the state of my fellow supplicants, I would hypothesize that their needs likely outweigh my own.
Got to be getting back to the farm soon.
Thank you. Be well.
Be well.
What the heck does ad victorium even mean?
Tyler Lang, the raider.
Hey. Yeah. You don't look like one of these brothers. Shin? He the scary guy with the stick up his butt? What? Me? A raider? No. A little old... Yeah, that's... Now, all the talk in the area is for self... Hey, I get it. The promises backfire all the time. Well,
Local
go get him,
recruits appear
Tiger.
healthy, if underfed. More questions? I am sure you have more interest. In short, finding my...
I have to do all this just to talk to him.
It would be, in essence, a long-term... Their height one day. Very well, then.
Make it quick if you would. I'm... Well, now... You with...
We should spend less time mourning.
Well, it's about time. So, what...
Appalachia's future will be decided.
Ain't much to tell. Been a farmer one way or another, all my life. My dad set up in these parts after I heard it was safe again. Turned out, there's plenty of... Ain't much use bellyaching about it, but neither am I just gonna roll over and let some...
Did you wish to speak with me?
Got seed in the ground right now. I ain't yet seen a raider willing to scrabble in the soil for seeds, so I reckon it'll get by till I'm back.
True.
A fair trade's what I want. I've heard stories about these steel types back in the day.
I imagine the Brotherhood will...
They was going around taking things from folks. For the cause, they said. Yeah, like that don't make them raiders too. Well, so, I reckon it's better to make a deal up front. My farm don't produce much, but I got some extra. And I expect they'll have a use. In return, I want these...
Yeah, I don't...
Fair enough.
Hey, here comes trouble. I hope.
Throwing nukes left and right. The people of Appalachia think a bomb is a plaything?
All this concrete, places like
You
a
looking at something?
Shut up.
Ooh, imagine the stuff you could smash in that power armor.
Have you finished the task? Good. Let's get this done. I have the list from their arrival. Give me the high-level overview.
Hope this lot's true to their word.
The Brotherhood is not a charity, and our mission does not cover providing civilians with equipment to pursue their personal interests. Unless the doctor intends to provide that research to the Brotherhood exclusively, and under our supervision, he will get nothing.
Ain't no kind of life wrapped up in metal.
That shows commendable discipline. Scribe Valdez may have interest if he returns, but if so, it is her problem. That appears to resolve the matter on our end. Next report. We are not mercenaries here to serve as guards for anyone with some goods to trade in payment. That's irrelevant. The Brotherhood cannot simply be hired out to every farmer and homesteader.
Military grade.
We have our own concerns. Enough about that. What's next? No. We are not arms dealers.
Order, learning, protection. I have everything.
There was never any circumstance in which I would authorize weapons to that woman. But your vigilance is noted. Moving on. Impossible. Whatever happened, it was not us. That sounds like something. Our people did not rob this man. We are not involved, and it should remain that way. That's everything. Against my initial judgment, you have shown that you can take orders and make yourself useful for the Brotherhood. You need to lose those soft civilian instincts, but I will make note of your assistance in my report to Paladin Romani. Should you wish to join our ranks, I will not oppose your enlistment. I grant you permission, provisionally, to enter the compound proper. Go to our scribe Valdez. You will need her support as well if you want Paladin Romani's attention.
Okay.
The settlers
Thanks.
want to rebuild, but they're only looking to the future. We need to understand
Be
the
vigilant,
past as well,
outsider.
or we're gonna make the same mistakes moving forward.
Imagine the stuff you could smash.
I gave you a job to do. Unless you're done, get to it.
Shut up.
All this concrete, places like a tomb.
Yeah, it looks like the weather station thing.
How do I show that I'm fit to be a scribe when I'm put on patrol day and night?
May need another scribe just to keep the scrolls up to date.
I don't have a jetpack on this armor. Have to remember that.
What's the word from the wasteland? Hello, civilian. I don't mean to be rude, but what exactly are you doing up here?
New recruits, Night Shin's training, weapons, and a base like this. We're gonna be invincible.
Oh, a prospective initiate. The Night Shin sent you. And I guess we're both in luck. Paladin
guess
Romani
so.
makes the call on new recruits, but the Knight and I have some influence. It just so happens I'm in need of someone to help me out on a little mission. If you're interested, I can bring you along and put you to work. Do a good job, and I'll send a recommendation your way. How about it?
Ye.
We'll make Atlas stronger than
Didn't even have to
Defiance
think
ever
about it,
was.
did you? Let me give
Nope.
you a quick rundown of the mission before we start. Our new base is littered with old technology, but there's something in particular I want to investigate. It's down in the bowels of this place, a part of Atlas that we've cornered off. I'm not keen on going alone, so I'd like some backup. Any
Yes.
questions before we start?
No. May sound weird, but I've already been through all this.
Great. Unfortunately, I need to finish up a few things here. Head downstairs and I'll meet you in a bit. Shouldn't you be waiting in the entryway?
One day I'll make night. Then I'll show those raiders who's boss.
Okay.
The settlers want to rebuild, but they're only looking to the future. We need to
Ultrasite
understand.
country.
glad we guard our tech closely.
I'm never gonna make a name for myself holding down the fort.
There's shit out down here.
Good, you're here. So, how do you feel about reading comprehension? I was hoping to start out by sweeping the area for documentation left behind from before the war. Yet you'd be amazed how many people refuse to do it. But enough about that. I'd like to get started. Let's head downstairs and see what we can turn up.
It's clearly not the stairs.
This
we did.
Atlas's lead scientist. We recovered some of his holotapes and logs in our initial sweep of the area. This tech down here is his handiwork, and he couldn't give it up. Even after the war, I should make arrangements for a proper burial. Here's one. I think this is good. Let's talk for a sec.
Where are you going?
That should be enough to start. Let me take a look. Atlas decommission report. So the project was in bad shape after all? I knew it sounded too good to be true. Fascinating. Wow. This is some seriously classified stuff that I just let you read, isn't it? I wasn't supposed to show you any of this. That's a mature attitude to take. I really appreciate that.
A lot
There's
of
only so much I can tell
charisma.
you, but I'll share what I feel is relevant. Atlas wasn't exactly an observatory before the war. That was just a front. The military conducted research here. Pretty advanced research. We're down here to investigate and see what's worth salvaging for the Brotherhood. I did ask you to help, after all. It's only fair you're prepared for what you might find. Now, let's follow up on some leads from this report. I'd like to do a quick inspection. There's probably a terminal around. The report mentioned that the machine's intake pump was under a lock. Finally, the lower core on this level should have a wire.
Okay.
Should be a simple inspection. Take note of the details and we'll discuss how it goes after. Interesting.
Looks like we've got company. Here we go.
Glad that's over with. That does it for the inspection. Let's talk. All right, let's go over the inspection results. The diagnostics check revealed some issues. Flux disruption in the induction loop, intake valves ruptured, and the ion focus?
Crap. I'm Googling it, screw it. Actually, no, I'm not.
Misaligned. Problematic to say the least. Next,
Yes.
we have the release valve. That went... Well, what was your assessment?
It blew up.
Not okay. Explosive decompression is not what we're looking for. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were... Yep. I think the warm reception they gave us also points to that. Okay, well, sorry about the pop quiz. But in general, you're handling yourself well. So
Nice.
nobody does, outside of a classroom. That's why I love to evaluate new prospects this way. If I'm going to recommend you to Paladin Romani, I need to know you're serious. Can you pay attention? Think on your feet? If you can, you earn my favor. If you can't, then, well, maybe I reconsider my recommendation. I'm worried about what our inspection... There's the pressure gauge. There's a lot I want to take some... Each extract. Any questions? All right, let's go. The diagnostic. Flux disruption. Misaligned. Next, we have the release. It certainly did. I'm going to mark that down as bad. Last but not least, the wiring. The wires were... Yep. Okay, well, sorry about... Nobody does.
It's weird.
If I'm going to recommend, if you can, I'm worried about... There's the pressure gauge. There's a lot I can learn. I want to take some... Each extraction. Any questions? I'm counting on you.
Oh, there they are. I was like, where are the stairs?
thought of one more thing. Can you pick up the induction coil up there on the machine core? What was that? That doesn't sound good.
Attention. This is now a combat zone. Suffer harm, and including death if you remain in the
I really need to get this gun automatic.